Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 12 of Earth Church. This is Sari Dobron with BodyWise Mount Shasta, your somatic coach and body worker. And I am back up on Mount Shasta, a lot less snow this morning. Came up here to build stamina, and that's what I want to talk about. First, I'm going to show you the view. So this is what Mount Shasta is looking at. Sunrise came up a little bit ago. I chose to record from here rather than where I was at that point. And there is the summit that I am building capacity to reach. So, yeah, I really want to talk to you about stamina and what that is. I'm going to start my story by sharing with you that my own personal coach, who's been helping me, for almost 4 years, through my whole endocrine failure stuff with my health and fitness, and then my diet, and now my business mentor. He is training as an ultra runner, and he is training right now for the Leadville 100, which is in every year in Leadville, Colorado, and it is a 100-mile race. It takes, they have a 30-hour cap on it. They say about less than half of the people finish in that time. The record, I think, is for men about 15 hours, women 18. So that, that gives you an idea of like the fastest. And then the cap is 30 hours. And the elevation there is of the whole run is between 9,000 feet and around 13,000 feet. And where I live now at about 3,300 feet in Mount Shasta, California, the peak Mount Eddy that I show you that I summit every year, that's a little over 9,000 feet. And Mount Shasta here is 14,000 feet, a little over 14,000 feet. And so I'm walking around my playground in Mount Shasta looking up and kind of drawing a line between the peak of Eddy and the peak of Shasta and thinking, man, that's a tall floor. You know what I'm saying? So that's incredible. How do you train for something like that? And my coach is my age and just started ultra running in the past couple years. So not that that should ever stop anyone. Look, you can do anything. I believe it. Trust me. But so I was watching this documentary of a man, Brian Drake, who he documented his journey with the Leadville 100 with his team of people and stuff. And at the very end of it, he encounters it's a shot of like as he's starting the race, but it's at the end of the documentary, and this elderly man in his 70s or something says, "Oh, hey, is this your first time?" And he says, "Yep." And he says, "How old are you?" And Brian says, "I'm 40 or 31." And he says, "Oh, that's a great time to start." "Yeah, good time to get started, but you'll be racing against a 70-plus-year-old man out there, and he's you can't beat that kind of endurance. You got to earn it." And anyway, so but I've been studying stamina a lot. I love that word. That has come to me especially in the aspect of adrenal fatigue, which is something that was a part of my endocrine failure. And stamina in the dictionary is stamina is something that you build. Okay, so I want to help you distinguish between endurance and stamina. Endurance is something that we have. It's a level that we're at. For example, I run at least a mile every day. I know that I have built up the endurance to run 5 miles. I'm working on my stamina to be able to run more. But stamina is something that you actually reach for. It's something that where you're like chasing your fate. It's what it takes to get there. And I think a lot of times why we will fail at reaching goals is that we will set an intention, and we could have the best intention, all the passion, all the commitment. We could have the best team. We could even be sponsored. Everything's in our favor there. But if we try to reach a goal that we haven't built stamina for, and based on our existing endurance level, we'll do a nosedive or we'll fail. It can be dangerous. It's disheartening to say the least. And that's what I think gets in the way for a lot of people. I meet a lot of people that tell me, well, I tried that once and it didn't work, so they're not going to try it again. I had a similar experience when about 4 years ago at the beginning of my journey, or my fitness part of my journey, not the trauma part, but when I signed up for CrossFit, and I wasn't honest with myself or my coach about where my endurance level was. And I signed myself up for a level of athleticism that honestly, that I'm at right now. And it was too much. I didn't have it. And I came in with all the right spirit and conviction and stuff, but I actually just further exhausted myself. And that was dangerous there, because when doctors told me that due to my endocrine failure, like I couldn't, I had to cut out exercise because that can create stress. I very easily could have taken that as confirmation that, yeah, see, it does that, and it shouldn't work. It was bold and unproven and possibly crazy, but that's me. It was a fate challenge to say, no, I'm going to do this and I'm going to make fitness a part of it. But it took like building my stamina to get to where I am. And so stamina plus your action is how you earn your grit. And I say that a lot, and I want to really share with you what that is. Grit in the dictionary is defined as a trait. So I've talked about states and traits. How do you build grit as a trait? Well, grit is a fascinating trait because while you're in it, you're building it. Every trait is like that. I mean, you're just confirming it, but grit especially is like a self-seeding, self-growing thing. But it takes, it's from being able to be in a prolonged state of perseverance of what you're passionate about. And you got to earn your grit. So when you're starting out, you may not have grit, or you haven't lived in a state of grit maybe. That's the state that I am always living in. That's where it's not comfortable. It's becoming familiar. It's what makes me wake up and get after things, even though it's hard. It takes courage. I feel vulnerable. I feel broken down. It's scary, all kinds of things. But as I build my stamina with my action and my grit grows, the return on investment there is phenomenal. It feeds your spirit, it feeds your body, it feeds your mind and your emotions. It's soul work, you guys. This is worth it. So this is what I do as a coach. I am basically a custom map maker, you guys. I'm a guide for uncharted territory. And I want to help you with that. It really starts with just being very honest with where you are and having someone to coach you and guide you and make a map for you. And it's my passion. This is my legacy. This is my current work for myself right now, is building the legacy of stepping into being that teacher, inspiration, mentor for others to find their passion and pursue it and reach their true potential and purpose and joy. And so I'm going to drop some information in this so you can reach me. It's my email is sari@bodywisems.com. There was one other thing I wanted to say. Yeah, about starting out. So I got to connect with one of my favorite people, Robbie Burns, who is the U.S. men's top snowboarder, and he is an Olympic hopeful. He's right now healing, and he's about to be in his qualifying races for the 2022 Olympics. Go Robbie Burns, and he support him as well and check him out. And he's a local hero. He's from Mount Shasta. And so I asked him for advice as I'm embarking on my legacy building journey. What he said to me was, start close in. Start close in. Start with what you can do and build from there. And so that's just, I just wanted to share that for everybody. What that brought up for me is what has led to me understanding this and my stamina and what that is. And so start close in today. Take a look just at your feet. Where are you standing? How do you feel in your body? Look around you. What are your surroundings like? Who are you with? How do you feel about that? What is that bringing to you? What would you like to change? What's working? What's not working? You know, this is the beginning of another week. It's beautiful. Oh my God, look at this. Look at nature, you know? Stamina. And the languages I'm proficient in, Germans call it, they call it conditioning. Italians call it vigor. Spanish call it aguante, which is just the ability to be with someone or something. Seri 2.0 or somatics is capacity. So feel your spaciousness. Feel what you have capacity for right now. Start with that. Reach out if you're ready. I love you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. I will see you on the playground. Bye.